Hey guys, welcome back to Carsonian Being. Sorry about the little delay there. Today we will continue doing our NFL predictions. And before we start, little disclaimer here. I am recording this, I think, 3 days before it's going to be posted because I'm going to be at the beach. A little flex there. I just wanted to say that if, one, they've already retired the name, but if at this point they've already got a new name and new logo and everything, at this point, which is June, it is right now July 18th. It's not June. Sorry, flight. It's July 18th. They have not changed anything yet, so just a little disclaimer. Also, this is my team. This is my team right here. I have merchandise for Washington. I have posters and stuff that I'm still going to hang up even if they change the name. I have a calendar. I have socks. I have pajamas. So I know a lot about them, okay? And, of course, I know about every other team. Anyways, so Washington, here's my thoughts on them. Dwayne Haskins, you saw last year how week by week, every week he played, he got much, much better to the point where in his last 2 games, I don't think he threw a single interception, and he had over 100 quarterback rating, and this is against, teams like the Eagles. And then you look at the wide receiver unit, Steven Sims and Terry McLaurin are on there, which they are both coming into their second seasons, and they both looked very good towards the end of last year. They both looked like pretty good freaking wide receivers. And then in the running back unit, you've got Adrian Peterson, who was in his last years, but he still looks almost as good as if he was still in his prime. Darius Geis, who has looked amazing when he was healthy. I will admit, Jeremy Sprinkle isn't a very good tight end. Their tight end unit could use a little help. And, Darius Geis isn't the best, of course. And also, another thing that we don't normally have to talk about is the fact that they are changing the name. Is the fact that all these things are, I'm not going to say it because, they're being accused of stuff that I'm not going to say because I'm trying to make a family-friendly channel. But basically, I've seen things that said that the NFL is considering making Dan Snyder sell the team, which is good. as a Washington fan, we've been wanting him to sell the team for so long. But apparently the bad things have been going on. So just that might make them a bit worse to like the first 2 games. That's not going to change any outcomes of games. I just had to give that. Also on their defense, Chase Young, Ioannidis, Kerrigan, amazing. And then in their secondary could also use some work. They've got they got Fabian Moreau, Fuller on there. So yeah, this team is pretty good. I think they're better than a lot of people think they're good. It has a lot to do with the fact that I'm a fan of the team, and a lot of times I had to kind of tell myself like, okay, you only think that they're gonna win. You only think that they're this good because you're a fan. Think about it like I have to go into this video acting like like I'm a what's the team? I'm acting like I'm a Saints fan. I'm a Saints fan right now. Oh no, that creates bias because they play Carolina. I'm a Titans fan. Okay, I'm just a completely random fan. Okay. No bias whatsoever. Sorry for the obscenely long intro. Let's get into it. Week 1 against Philadelphia. Very close game. These 2 teams are pretty much even. Half of the viewers just left. I'm going to stop talking about it. Week 1, I feel like they can pull off the win here. You saw what they did last year. It was the same situation. Week 1, they played Philadelphia at home, and they almost won. And that was with Case Keenum. Now they've got Dwayne Haskins on there. I think that they won this pretty easily. Week 2 going up against the Cardinals. This is a team with Kyler Murray on there, who was the statistically hardest player to sack. And I feel like the Cardinals can pull off a win here. 1-1. Then in week 3, they're going up against the Browns. This is a team that they got rid of Kitchens, which is good, so the play calling might get better, which was a big problem last year, was the horrible play calling. It wasn't all Baker. So they do have a good team. This is another pretty even game. I'm just going to give this one to Washington just because if Cleveland played the way they played last year, this one would be a pretty easy Washington win. I'm not even going to talk about that. Okay, I will talk about it because there is a possibility that Washington's going to win here. But I mean, I don't see it happening. They just have such an amazing offense. I don't think anyone can stop them. Then going into week 5, they do have that's a perfect bye week. The perfect bye week is week 8. I mean, amazing. They only played one. In week 5, going up against the Rams. I don't know because obviously they're going to be getting better week by week, which is one of the reasons why I was considering them making them possibly have a good game against the Ravens. But in week 5, this will be a good game, but I still feel like the Rams can pull this one out. So now they're 2-3, and I'm gonna have them beat the Giants, and then in week 7 they go up against Dallas, and I'm gonna have them split with Dallas. Okay, I feel like that. Actually, I'll have them win this game and lose this game, seeing as they're at home and away. Anyways, I'm going to have them split there, and I'm going to have them sweep the Giants here. All right, and then week 10 against Detroit. Detroit's are pretty good. They're better than most people think they are, but they're still not that good. This could be a close game. This could be a very close game, but I'm still going to give it to Washington. Now they're 6-3. Probably feeling pretty good for themselves. And then in week 11 against Cincinnati, I think that they've got a lot of momentum, and I think it kind of gets cut off here by these two games. I mean, I already said they lose. So now they're 6-5, which is kind of where they were a few years back before Alex Smith got hurt. So obviously Dwayne Haskins gets hurt here. No, he doesn't. We're not predicting any injuries. In week 13 against the Steelers, and if Big Ben comes back and plays like I think that he will, then this is easily a Washington win. But he could come back and play like really good like he used to. But the other games, the 2 other games, I've acted like he's going to come back. If you're wondering how I think he's going to come back, I feel like he's going to come back and he is going to be a broken old guy. And I don't think the team around him is very good either. Washington win here 7-5. I don't think that they can win against the 49ers. I mean, they almost won the Super Bowl last year. All right, now they've got a rough rest of the season. Week 15 against Seattle. This is a game that I think in week 15, surprisingly to a lot of people, you saw how well I was acting against Seattle. I feel like they're pretty even. And I feel like since this team is young and they're at home and everyone's cheering, I mean, this is like at this point, I hope that all the fans are going to be able to be in the stadium. I feel like that Washington can win this game. Very, very big shocker. I feel like Seattle is probably going to be suspected to win this game. And now they're 8-6. Week 16 against Carolina. This is a game that could be close if Terry Bridgewater does very well. But I'm going to hand it to the Washington no-names here at home against Carolina. Carolina, they spent all their picks on defense, and their defense still isn't that good. I mean, it's going to be heavily reliant on Christian McCaffrey. Definitely could win this game, and then I'm going to have them splitting with Philadelphia 9-7. So I've already noticed one thing that's changed. I like having a mic because I can scoot all the way back. I'm very far away from my computer right now, but you will never be able to tell because I have a mic. In fact, it probably sounds like I'm closer. But anyways, so they're 9-7, and this is something that you guys might if you're a Washington hater, you might like, because in my first predictions, because I'm redoing them if you couldn't tell by the updated, I had them at 10-6. So it appears that I was wrong, and I apologize for that. But now, let's go into best case scenario, or as I like to call it, fan case scenario, as this is what I would like to happen. This is the perfect season. This is objectively what I would love to see happen. This is an immaculate thing for me if this happens. So, win here, win here, win here, and win here. 13-3 is what I'd like to see them at. That is as good as they physically can possibly be. This is as good as possible for them, okay? I mean, I don't see them being... obviously, I don't think it's going to happen like this. That's why I have them at 9-7. Now, this is worst case scenario. This is Cowboys fan scenario. If you're a Cowboys fan, this is what you want to happen. Mainly because that happens, but also because we hate each other. So that happens. I can see them splitting with New. That happens. That happens. And yeah, I'm gonna give it here. 3-13. This might be the biggest range I've done so far, from 3-13 to 13-3, and I have them right in the middle at 9-7. I might not exactly be in the middle, but it's somewhere in the middle. A lot of teams, it's been like from 3-13 to 7-9 or something like that. But no, I'm giving them a range of 3-13 to 13-3. So either they do exactly the same as what they did last year, or they soar past even my expectations. Because I know it's my what I'd like to see happen is them go 16-0, obviously. But that didn't happen. But as a fan, of course. But that's what I think is likely to happen. What am I saying? That's the best case scenario. That's what I'm gonna leave it on. I completely forgot what I was saying. I'm sorry. Don't unsubscribe just because of that, please. It's 8:26. I just recorded 2 other videos. Give me some slack. Once again, I'm at the beach, lounging at the beach, because I'm posting this at noon, I think. So just know, again, sorry if the name offends you. All right, you can go to playoffpredictions.com and send it to me. You can get permalink right here. Send me the link, or if you just want to do team, take a screenshot, send it to me. If I get enough of those sent to me, which is just 5, if I get 5 of those sent to me, I'll make a full video reacting to them, and I will shout out each person who sent them to me whenever I look at them. So, yeah. I mean, speaking of that, we've got my Twitter link in the description. We've got my Instagram link in the description. I don't post very often on those, but I'm starting to post more. I've got a Patreon link in the description. I'm just trying to start a podcast, okay? I've got all kinds of content for you, okay? I just need money for a mic, headphones, and hosting. Hosting is the thing. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is probably the worst video I've ever made. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.